You too. What's good, man? It's your boy Ike. Well, and I'm back with another GTA 5 online video. Now, today's video, we're gonna be showing you guys how to complete the setups for the Cayo Perico Heist perfectly, a complete guide. Now, this is basically gonna be showing y'all which setups you should be doing, or and how to scope out the areas. You know what I'm saying? Something like for solo and for if you want to do with other people. If you like this type of video, please leave a like, subscribe. It's your boy Ike Water. Let's get into it. First thing you need to do before you even do the setups, you need to make sure you get the submarine. This is the typical thing. Get the submarine. It goes between, you can buy the submarines between minimum 5 million to around 9. I prefer anybody that's, you know what I'm saying, keep it 5 million for you to do the heist. You don't need to gotta do it 9 if you want everything. You don't need everything. But yeah, that's really simple. Second thing, see how, if you guys can see in the video, you're gonna watch me make sure you fast travel to the beach. Most of your missions that we're gonna be doing for the guide is gonna be presented in this area, around this area. So make sure you guys follow what I'm doing right now. I'm basically moving the submarine on land on the beach. And if you have an Oppressor Mark II, this can be perfect because you don't have to call it out if it falls. It's gonna fall on land, it's not gonna get destroyed, etc. This is really simple things you guys can do. Yeah, I'm gonna let this show you guys how I do it perfect way. Like I said, you don't have to do it the right way. If you get stuck on land, it does not matter. It's only good do this if you have an Oppressor Mark II, so you can just go in and out with stuff, etc. and stuff like that. All right, now we can get into the setups. All right, please listen carefully to what I'm saying. You want to do 5 setups. For the setups, there's going to be 5 setups you need to do. You don't have to do any other setups. 5 setups. We're going in stealthy, so you do not need to do any of this, okay? Now, again, listen carefully. First setup you want to do for the vehicle approach, you want to do the submarine. That's the first thing. For the vehicle approach, make sure you do the submarine, okay? Now we get into the equipments. Now there's 3 equipments you got to do, all right? The plasma cutter, cutting torch, and the third one is depending on which finger coating, and that's basically it. And depending on the third one, you can choose between the third one might switch into like a code because it's depending on the primary target, you would know. And then the fifth one you want to do is weapons. You want to do the aggressor, and I'm gonna tell you why when we get to that part. Okay, those are the 5 setups you need to do. You do not need the demolition charges. Now, if you do not know how to get the cutting torch, I'll put another video for how to get the cutting torch in the description, because I don't remember how I did it. It's been a long time. So yeah, if you don't, you can use demolition. But yeah, outside of that, that's all the 5 things you need. If you do not have the cutting torch, you can get the demolition charges. Okay, now we're going to get into the first one I'm going to do. Alright, for the first one, it does not matter which order you do as long as you complete the 5. So the first thing I did is the cutting torch. Now this is the easiest setup I've ever done. Personally, getting the cutting torch is the easiest setups. There's to find a cutting torch, there's gonna be a variety of like spots. There's gonna be like buildings, as you guys have seen in the video. There's gonna be a variety of spots of where the cutting torch will be at. It might not be at the same spot, so do not expect. I think there's 3 spots it's always at. So don't expect it to always be at the same one, but it's easy. You don't have to kill all the enemies. You check all the boxes that got a check on it. It might take, if you're not familiar with doing this before, obviously, if you're new, it's gonna take some time at first, but trust me, it's the easiest one on the list. If not the easiest, the second easiest. This setup is simple. I'm gonna let the video play out for y'all, so you know what I'm saying, so everything can go smoothly for you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can just watch what I'm doing and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna let this play out for a little bit, and we're gonna get on to the next setup once we're done with this. All right. Now for the next setup, we're gonna be doing the plasma cutter. Now the plasma cutter is another simple, like most of these preps are very, very simple. I'm telling you, once you get a hang of this, you're gonna be doing all of these in 40 minutes, simple. But like with the plasma cutter, you follow the yellow dot. Like again, everything will be so much better if you have an oppressor Mark II. As you guys can see, I don't even gotta summon it, I don't gotta turn it off, go back to my submarine, sit on the floor, boom, pick it up, fall down, go to your destination. Now when you get in over here, the first spot you're gonna go in, there's gonna be a picture you need to take of the board. So once you take a picture of the board, I don't really gotta talk about this too much. I'm just gonna show you guys, I'm being honest. Most of these setups are very easy. Like I don't have to tell you too much more than me just showing you. Again, I'm really gonna let this one play out for you guys so you guys can see. Like again, towards the ending, you're gonna have to get the plasma cutter from people. Again, it's so much easier if you have the oppressor Mark II. You're gonna see in the video how I'm able to take out the enemies quickly. If you do not have oppressor Mark II, it's a little bit harder, a little bit. I advise getting the Sparrow if you do not have an oppressor Mark II, but that's fine too. The Sparrow's a lot cheaper than the oppressor, but you know, both works. The Sparrow can be spawned basically anywhere too. That's why I recommend getting it too. But yeah, like I said, that's it. These setups are really self-explanatory. Like you can really just watch me do it and learn how to do it. You don't only gotta really listen to me. So I'm gonna let this play out for y'all. I'm gonna make it quick and we're gonna get on to the other setup. All right, now for this for the third setup. Now for me, what I do for this setup, again, very, very simple. This is another, probably the easiest setup, and like it's between this and the contours. Now this is the fingerprint cloning setup. Again, once you get out your submarine, they're gonna take you to the destination. Again, you can just watch me. You don't gotta listen to it really what I gotta say. Other people that just wanna listen, they can. Like I said, I'm gonna make it quick for y'all. This is really simple. When you go over there, you take out the enemies. After your first spot location, they take you to the second one. You get the cloning, and then you're in and out. Like I said, these setups are so easy. That's why I really think the Cayo Perico Heist is the best money grab, legit money grab. You know what I'm saying? Just minimum $1 million. Minimum $1 million. But yeah, this is really simple. Again, sell sample, whatever it's called. Again, I don't have to talk too much. I'm gonna let this video play out for you guys too. Any other questions you guys have, again, leave it in the comments. I'll let you guys know everything else. I'll respond to. But yeah, again, simple fingerprint cloning, nothing too crazy you guys have to do. I'm gonna let the video play out. Like I said, I'm gonna make it quick too, enough for you guys to see, and not to spend my time making this video too long. It might be though for the setup. But yeah, this is for the third one. Easy, simple. I'm gonna get back to y'all with the fourth one. All right, now for the fourth setup, the weapon setup, this one right here is a little bit tricky for some people. Now hear me out for this and watch what I do too. Pay attention to the video. As you can see, I always pick the aggressor because I told you guys before in the video. Only reason why I picked the aggressor because the shotgun is the easiest weapon to take out the juggernaut. Easiest. Every other weapon is so and so. I have difficult. Like I will kill the juggernaut every single time with a shotgun, every single time. But now I was beside the point. This setup is so annoying because originally, if you do this setup, this is probably the longest one if you did it the original way. Basically, when you do the setup, you find you go to they take you to a destination, you go to a helicopter spot, right? And then when you go to the helicopter spot, you're supposed to follow the helicopter all the way across the whole other map, around the map until you get to the spot. Then you gotta kill some enemies, then get the weapon. No, we're gonna do this. And it switches too. So if you ever see the Merryweather HQ, this is what you gotta do. As you see in the video, I went buy the rockets too if you can for the submarine. Buy those rockets. It helps specifically for this because you're not gonna always get the building. Now pay attention too. As you guys can see, when it's a homing missile, so basically you can control the missiles. So what I do is from the beach, I shoot the missiles up. They last for a long time, and I go to where the destination is, where I gotta follow the helicopter, and I blow up the helicopter to where the mission is failed. So now while the mission is failed, I set it up again. If it pops up again, go to the other chair and do this. Keep on doing the same thing until it gets you to the buildings. Now, once you do that part, that the difficult part, getting to the building is easy. It's like simple. But like if there's gonna be like multiple buildings you go to, it's never gonna be the same. As you guys can see, like right here, I literally failed, and then they gave me a building. So this is when you get a building. This is when the easiest part comes. Once you do that, honestly, you get to the building. I always go off from the roof because I have the person mark II, so it's easier. Once you kill all the enemies, get the weapons, go on the roof, person mark II, fly all the way back to your submarine. Simple stuff, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna let the video play out. It's gonna be quick. I'm not gonna make it too long for you guys. Real simple. I just wanted to really explain the first part because that first part is very tricky for people. Again, if you guys don't, if you still hard, leave it in the comments. I will let you guys know. Like I said, this is the tricky part is the beginning part, not getting the building at first. The other part after that is easy. If you do get the building first try, it's simple. You don't gotta do the first setup. I mean, the first thing I was talking about. If you don't, first part is tricky but simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be quiet, finish this up. Like I said, I'm gonna make it quick. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, for the final setup, we're doing the submarine for the vehicle approach. Okay, now this is like, again, it's not, all you gotta see, what I do is I fast travel to the destination, right? And then when I get to the destination, normally I would have swim out to the submarine that's under you, that you're supposed to do. But instead of that, and there's gonna be people around, like helicopters and stuff. I used to always die at this part. So so what I did is basically, I have all my missiles and all that stuff for the submarine. So what I do is just lock on to all the helicopters, the boats that surrounded their submarine that you're supposed to get. I just blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, another sabotage, whatever it's called, type of setup. Just watch what I do and just do what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's too simple, because this part is annoying. Because when you die, you do spawn out of water, but you spawn in the jet ski and you gotta go back in. So that, like I said, it can be annoying if you do die. These enemies be popping out like on corners. So don't get frustrated if you do die. Like I said, just watch me, like how I do, and just pay attention. Again, if you need any other if you have any other questions, please leave it in the comments. This is very simple. This is the final setup. I'm gonna talk to you guys once we're done with this setup, and when we're about to be done with the setup. Alright, y'all, so basically we are about done with the setup. Now these are all the setups you need into completing the heist. It is very simple. Some of them can be tricky or annoying or frustrating, but outside of that, most of these are simple. You can do these under you can honestly do these under 40 minutes to 30 minutes of the setups, and then doing the heist will take you between 5 to 10, 5 to 15 at most. So you probably doing this in like the whole thing in about 40, like, you know what I'm saying, the whole heist in like 45 to an hour, and that's really good, including the setup, you know. But that's really it for the video. Again, if you need any else help, please leave it in the comments. I'll answer any questions you guys need me to answer. I will be dropping the Cayo Perico replay glitch after this too, so y'all stay tuned for that. Again, it's your boy Water. I really hope you guys, this helped you. For anybody that's new to the game, I just got the enhance or whatever, that wants to get on GTA, that wants to make money the legit way and not try to get banned. This is the best way in the games, as by far. Cayo Perico Heist is the easiest heist and the best heist and the most making heist by far. But it's your boy Water, and I'm out.